Mortal, this rain will continue to worsen. Let us take shelter in this cave. The water bothers me not, but I know your fragile body is vulnerable to sickness and disease. No, mortal. I may be able to turn the water to ice, but controlling the weather is a power left in the hands of gods, and gods alone. This is a deep den. It will be large enough, and its inhabitant is not here. As mortal, this cave belongs to one of my weaker kin. No, it shall not be an issue. Rather, I am pleased that I am able to revert to my natural form.
Ah, that is better. Mortal, I imagine you would find it unpleasant to squeeze yourself into a barrel. For me, taking form among yours is of equal discomfort. But I do not mind it for the opportunity to see your world unaccompanied with the screams and end-day prophecies, as was often the case when I took to the skies. No, mortal, the one who calls this den home is not here presently, and will likely stay away if she senses my presence here. Scent, mortal, scent. We can oft tell the race, age, and sex of our kin by their smell. And you can likely not see them with your weak eyes, but there are also the small fragments of hatched eggs deeper in the darkness. Mortal, I now see there is a question caressing your tongue. Let it free. Have I any offspring? Once, mortal, eons ago. I do not know where they are now, nor their mother. We wyverns do not pair for life as yours does, and it is rare indeed to see our young after the first few years by the nest. By then they are strong and wise enough to live by their own wings. Worry about them. I wish them good fortune, but I do not concern myself with them. They are their own being. If they are strong, they will survive and carry on. If not, then they were granted their chance, and eternal slumber now find them. Time, mortal. We are not so fragile and constrained to its passage as your race. If they cannot protect themselves, then they are destined to perish. We cannot commit our lives to protecting every hatchling for eternity, for some of my kin number among hundreds over the centuries. So no, I do not worry about them. Perhaps they have all perished now, or perhaps they wait for the years to pass in a deep sleep. It is not my concern, nor my place to know which. Will I have offspring again? It is not a thought that I consider, mortal, and I have no answer but to say I do not know. It has been many, many years since I last encountered another worthy dragon, yet I cannot say I have much desire for that any more. I do not see the purpose to it. I think perhaps, after seeing your world again and the relationship your kind holds between offspring and partner, I find something about that kind of existence enviable. Your kind can find such happiness in the short time you occupy this world, and yet my continued existence leaves me with only boredom. Mortal, I had long since become accustomed to being alone. It never frightened me, and I believed that loneliness was my ally of strength. Yet the centuries past have left something to be desired. I do not know yet what it is. Companionship I have considered, or perhaps it is more power to kill and conquer again. But I truly do not know. You hope it is the former. Yes, of course you would, mortal. The fate of many of your kind rests in the balance of my decision. But I believe you may rest easy. As I have told you on the first day you stumbled upon my den, I think those days are behind me now. At least, for the blink of your existence and that of your descendants. I would like to savor the world as it is for some time to come. Our days have been pleasant on this journey. Your kind has settled well amongst the other species. This world must have fallen quiet and peaceful in past centuries. Your cities have grown wide and tall. Ogres, goblins, and giants are nothing to be considered threatening, mortal. If your kind could not continue to grow in the presence of such pathetic creatures, then your existence is destined to be snuffed out and forgotten. No amount of virtue can keep you alive lest fleeting fortune shines upon you. For in the milling passage of time, only the strong know the continued warmth of day. Yes, mortal, I know your species has your so-called heroes. But we will see how long their strength endures. Relying on the few strong to protect the masses of weak is a precarious life indeed. And yet, I cannot deny that your species remains, so I shall hold my tongue for time to reveal truth. I had first considered you to be one of these cocky and laughable heroes come to slay me when I first found you in my den. But one look at you and I could see your hands would shake to slay a mere swine for supper. But I am glad you stumbled upon my den, mortal. These days we have spent among your kind have wrested me from my boredom for the first time in many long years. I look forward to continuing this journey. It pleases me that you have found my company pleasant too, mortal. Most would be intimidated and ever restless in my presence, but I do not see that in you. At least not anymore. The past few days have sufficed for our deal, so you may now take something from my den if you desire to leave now. However, I would appreciate your continued company, something I will permit you to take more in exchange for if you wish. Yes, of course, mortal, I could threaten you into this deal. But I believe your company would be more pleasant knowing you did not fear me and wish to flee while ever my back is turned. And I find little value in the shine of gold anymore, especially when it is so easily obtained for one such as myself. So you do wish to continue this journey together? That is pleasing to hear. Value my next words among gold, mortal, for one such as I does not hand them out so freely. But you have my thanks, mortal. You will be very wealthy for this, do not doubt that. Now, mortal, I see you have grown weary from our travels. Find your slumber. Though this cave is cold and damp, you can be sure that while your company is still of value to me, there is nowhere safer upon this world. None shall harm you, of that I can guarantee. No, mortal, I have slept for centuries, and I need not find my rest for many more. Perhaps I will find you sustenance for when you awake. But fret not about me, mortal. Let slumber take you. I will be here when you arise. Yes, good night to you, mortal, and let well dreams find you.